Dale Dinglingleton and your choice of many others.
Pulling out the Snake against Syrup. Now this matchup is going to be interesting. I know from a couple Ness mains that this matchup is relatively good for Ness, considering how many of Snake's attacks you can absorb and get your health back. If ShotgunRaptor is able to use those disjoints to his advantage, kind of keep Syrup out as much as he can, he could definitely pull something out here. You can't count the boy out.
Absolutely. It's a bad matchup for Snake, but it's not as bad as people are worried about. You know, it's not as bad as, say, Ness Pikachu or something, right? The big thing, and we're seeing SRJ do it here early, is when he is being more careful with the grenades, rely more on CQC, and when he does pull out grenades or explosions, keep them close to him so that if Syrup does try and pull out a magnet, he can get a huge punish for it.
Oh, nice catching that. There with the Nair. That back coming out once again. Nice DI from SRJ, but Syrup trying, using that back to go straight through the PK Thunder. Very smart movement there. Still hanging on with this thing, 128% of rage. You gotta stay away from this. Trying to find the up tilt there over that, catching that Nair, catching that mash there. Syrup finding the up smash and takes that first stock with relative ease.
He tried to find the up tilt and it didn't work out, but did manage to sneak a down tilt in through a magnet, but now Syrup just coming right back off as soon as those iframes expire off the Angel Plat with a good 40%, but now you have to deal with Snake edge trapping. However, with Ness Magnet, you have so many options, but you can't cover C4. It hits all the way around that ledge, and sorry, Syrup, have a nice stock.
He was not ready for that. Nice mix-up there from SRJ. Using that down air into F-tilt, 30% already rocking up the board, taking his lead back against Syrup. Using those aerials, saying, hey, if I can use my explosives, I'm completely fine with that. I've got disjoints for days. I've got all this damage I can rack up with my normals.
That tech chase was, he just read 3 techs in a row. That was, Syrup was just all over SRJ there, all the way over Jesus himself. You know, man after a miracle made it happen on that one. But SRJ looking for his own miracle here, trying to find his way out of the corner, or looking for a sticky there, but doesn't find it. Instead, just blowing up T4, opting to take that resource back in his pocket, and just trying to find any way to make these hits against Syrup count, win these neutral interactions, and somehow keep himself alive.
Oh, SRJ's hanging on this ledge, trying to find an option. That dash hack is going to do the mix-up DI.
I was gonna say that DI was not optimal at all there. Unfortunately, he just holding. It looked like he held straight up, which is not what you want to do. SRJ now getting caught swinging just a little bit, and again, Syrup just has him covered, has him downloaded. Snake's supposed to be the big brain character. Ness is a kid, but it's not gonna matter because if you're Syrup, you know how to style, you know all the tricks in the book, and you're taking game 1.
You know it's bad when you can't even get through the analysis of the stock, and like you're already getting styled on. Like, look at this. When it all fits into a replay, like once he got hit by this PK fire, I'm like, yeah, it's over. He's missing this tech, and he's getting hit by this downer. Bada bing, bada boom. Good night, sweet prince.
Missing the tech there was brutal, and I actually was pretty, like, it wasn't a terrible interaction from SRJ. He managed to find his way out of that Syrup combo multiple times, but every time he got out, Syrup just knew what that option was to get out, reacted to it. It called him out in his positioning and managed to get a whole nother extension, taking that stock. Beautiful stuff, but getting into game 2 on small battlefield, I'd like this stage a little bit more, or for SRJ here. The platform height definitely a little bit better, but you have to be scared of not having as much room to get away from Ness.
Oh yeah, Syrup was definitely keeping the pressure on going into this game 1, realizing that once SRJ is giving that time to set up, he gets a lot done. So just like, hey, I'm just gonna keep the pressure on, push the gas, and I know exactly what Ness can do here. Absolutely stop you from doing anything out. Well, all this pressure already, all these aerials, not that much that you can do. Once your shield goes away, you hit with that PK rocket, and oh my gosh, your stock is already gone. 40 seconds of the game.
I was gonna say, it's not easy to blow up the explosive expert, but Syrup showing you that even a child can get it done if you believe hard enough. Looking for the PK fire there, but good air dodge from SRJ, getting out of disadvantage, but trying to find anything. He hasn't been able to just find a consistent neutral interaction when the magnet combo coming out again. Syrup tried to hit him with that game ender from last time, but this time SRJ ready for it, finding his way back down to stage, but really just not able to do too much. Would like to see him maybe use a couple more B reverse nades in combination with Z drop nades to just mix up his movement and create walls or Ness that are still close enough to him that he can punish with a back air.
Oh yeah, SRJ trying to find an opening here, trying to use anything to get away from Ness, but just, oh my gosh, finding that air dodge with that F tilt, and now Syrup now up 3 stocks to 1. There's not looking like much SRJ can do here. Somehow get some more damage up. He can stock this 4 throws coming out once again. Nice high recovery, but you're getting put in the corner against Syrup time and time again. He's just not giving you any time to set up any of your explosives. He's trying to use those grenades, but he's just showing you that, like, he's not worried about any of it. All these disjoints from Ness are just putting on pressure, and that back air is finally something to keep him in this game, but I'm not sure there's much you can do here at this point.
No, there's not a ton, and honestly, right, this Syrup showing you why, and SRJ showing you why this match can be considered bad for Snake is because he has to be cautious about grenades, and Syrup earlier found so much off those magnets on grenade that SRJ's just gone away from them entirely, missing an up tilt, unfortunate, getting called out by Ness back air for his trouble, and, I mean, Syrup doing Syrup things, right? Taking it in a clean 2-0, getting a couple clips along the way. If you don't know this kid, I don't know what Ness you're watching, because he is everywhere.
Oh yeah, 100%. Syrup played that matchup quite literally, just completely optimally, right?
Yep.
Like you put on, there's either two things that happen. The Snake sets up with grenades, and he can't do anything with them because you've got PK Magnet, or you just put so much pressure on him that he can't even set up. So like, you think that you get shut down by Magnet, when in reality you get shut down by Ness existing as a disjoint, as a thing. An enigma.
And I will say, right, there are things that Snake can do in that matchup. It's not his worst matchup. It's a little worse than Game & Watch, but it's way better than Mega Man. But what happens in that matchup is that you have to play with grenades so close to you, but you also have to be nervous because not only, right, if you start playing with grenades close to you, you have to be worried about Magnet because it has a hitbox as well as absorbing them. You have to find a way to, again, play with grenade close to you, bait out Magnet, punish it, and kind of force them to respect you and not just say, okay, I can Magnet every time that you throw out grenade. SRJ not able to do that there. Syrup playing so incredibly optimally, as you'd said, and just making that matchup look easy, right? Making Snake look like a bottom 5 character.
Yeah, Syrup absolutely winning this set. But now, speaking of Syrup, speaking of top-level NJ rep, we're going to some ads here with Collision 2023. You want to see